Hi guys! Okay, so the third part of our series is the physical body. Now, this is the body I've had the most difficult time learning about because I needed to use my time to focus on learning the mental body, the emotional body, and honestly, the physical body is the one that we are in this realm the most obsessed with. If a person is flawless looking, then we often, have the animal mind spark up. And as a physical human, that's not the attention that I ever wanted in my life. I thought for a little bit, everybody wants to feel loved, but what we are looking for is human decency, human respect. The same respect that, as children, we would want to receive. And, in the one-off case, that we should find the perfect counterpart, that we need to discuss the human ways and why they have been so damaging to our people, our societies, our emotional and mental welfare. So, first thing I'm going to talk about is sexuality. Now, this is a huge motivational factor for a lot of people and their rage. Because a lot of people, I can't say it's just men, but we will focus on the male as an example for this video, that often the animal mind becomes so in charge that it will allow the possession of the physical body to take place, if not controlled. And the problem is, we live in a world that sexuality is in our face 24/7, especially now with the internet. Porn is everywhere, ad bars on the sides. When I was a kid, we didn't have that, and it was still really bad that if you grew up mainstream, you're watching Christina Aguilera during her dirty era, like these thoughts come to your mind through the imagery alone. And growing up with adults all around you who are not being committed in relationships, who've decided that a sexual relationship is more important than a commitment, or just these things that they didn't explore when they were younger before they were in the commitment, which makes them feel regretful and wanting to circumnavigate their responsibilities due to difficulties and it being an addiction chemical thing. Sex is a wonderful creation. It's the merging of two beings. And when it's done appropriately, brings us to heaven. That's why we crave it so bad. Because in a world that hurts, especially from a male demographic where you're not allowed to have feelings, it is the closest to happiness that you honestly feel, to euphoria. And when you're comparing yourself to your male counterparts and you're feeling like you're not being acknowledged on a sexual level the way all these other Casanovas are, sometimes for some people, it can be the possession of the darkness, the anger, the bitterness. Now, is that really real? Or is this just a reality that we have manifested? As kids, did we ever need that? But the problem came when sexual abuse moved into the physical world. Often more older individuals taking advantage of younger individuals and their naivety. And this became a secret virus that spread. Because once you experience sexuality, you want more. And you can't stop until you get your level of satisfaction that you are craving. That is the biggest reason that we need to evaluate this as a society. Abstinence, some people could say be abstinent. That's not gonna fix it. People are still gonna make these choices based upon what they see and see, well, if it makes me feel happy, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it is when you really love someone, busy day today. If you love someone and, they've broken your heart, and you've given that to them. From a female perspective, that can be like, I'm not good enough for anyone. And then you just go into an emotional, catastrophic, self-destructive sequence. From a male perspective, it's very different perspective to perspective. From somebody who is a sporty type, you have one perception of reality. In fact, it's commonly known that during the Olympics that a lot of people are very promiscuous at those places. So what our perception of reality is based upon what we've experienced. Now, how do you fix that? How do you fix that physical body desire? How do you even quell it? That's self-mastery. And men, you guys have a lot better knowledge on this than women do, but it's masturbation. You're mastering your own physical body. And I know for a lot of people, it's not the same as doing it. It's not. But no one is going to have that issue if they haven't experienced it. They're not going to feel like they need to have the physical interaction if they've never experienced it. The drive to is what helps manifest the physical dream world. What? Dream? Yeah. This is a dream world, guys. This is the most logical aspect of reality. This is the center space where all dimensions are created. We can make video games, we can make books, we can make, VR, we can make anything nowadays. And when we are focused on that and the world that we're curating together, it becomes magnificent. Now, if you don't believe that you are ever going to find your counterpart, then guess what? You're never going to find your counterpart. What? Yeah, faith is what manifests what we need. It is. It doesn't mean it's going to operate overnight. But this is often in the teachings of Jesus what he goes through with, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Faith is the fact that we do not know. We don't know. We don't know what exists out there. We don't know if we're going to go to a Magic the Gathering, hang out, and meet our soulmate. So wouldn't you rather wait for the person you want to spend the rest of your life with? Wouldn't you rather learn about who you are than going and chasing all these women that you're going to break their heart or men who you're gonna break their heart because all you want to do is have fun and enjoy the moment. It's great to enjoy the moment. But the physical body is just a temporary vessel for the soul. So focusing on it as the primary focus is where we've all lost the game. Because you as the spiritual, which is the emotional, the physical, mental is going to leave with the lifetime. It's still there on an emotional level. And talking about these minor details is probably where I might lose some people, because we can go into a whole exploration about reincarnation potentials. Some people believe that there is just one heaven on the other side. Maybe that is so. We cannot physically prove these things. But we have enough evidence to demonstrate that even Jesus himself was talking about reincarnation when he said that John the Baptist was Elijah and that he wasn't afraid of death because he was just going to be coming right back. So the physical, the emotional, the mental. Once we learn how to navigate all of them, we can lead a balanced life. Some of us need to learn how to go out and exercise and eat healthy and how our food really makes our body. That is the part that I'm working on right now. But whatever I can help you guys with, I'm sure that we will continue our exchange because I know there's many people out there who are offering me their assistance for the physical. And I thank you so much for playing your own part in making this world a better place for all children, for all adults. I'm grateful that you exist, and I hope you can live the best life you dream. Who are you? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What story do you want to paint? That's up to you. But you gotta have faith that you can do it. And I know you can.